Sorry, everyone, a few technological issues there. Good afternoon, everyone. Good morning, everyone. Hello, everyone. Welcome to a new year, 2021, 2021. First and foremost, despite everything you all might be feeling, I want to wish you all a happy new year. Do you know, I go back to my days at school, and some of this will give your parents a bit of an indication of how old I am. And I think of all the exciting things that used to happen, especially when I was in primary school. And one of my early memories goes back to the Queen's Silver Jubilee. So there are things that happen and will happen, but it always makes us get stronger. It helps us, it gives us memories when we're older. So, although things are very different, I've never worked in school and school's not been open in January before. Although things are going to be different, I want us all to try and find some good messages and just remember that it's a new year. We're here, we've got lots of days ahead of us where we can make a difference and have a really good time. Although at the moment, I know things are a little strange. I don't know how many of you were awake to welcome the new year in. Normally, when we're at school, we watch our whole assembly, we look at the fireworks. This year, if you were watching them at home, the fireworks were a little more reduced. There were a smaller number of fireworks. There were no big crowds on the streets. There was no big singing because 2020 was a very challenging year, but we're fortunate to have seen it through. And 2021, we're having to bring in a few new changes so that we can make sure we can get the best opportunities of the year as it comes through later on. One of my favourite bits of the fireworks was the drone image of Captain Tom Moore. I mean, he did some fantastic work through all of the tough things that were going on during coronavirus last year, walking all of those laps in his garden and raising so many millions of pounds for the NHS. And I know the NHS are definitely appreciative of that work. And as a nation, we took great pride in all of the work that Sir Tom Moore did. So that was an interesting point for me. And I love the fact that we have, as I keep saying, the chance to see a new year. And I'd like to say we really must, as difficult as it is, think about the positives. Now, I'm working at home, as many of you are. I'm a bit lucky because I do have a room that I can work in, but my grandson is here. So he might pop in and say hello. Let's see if we get through this assembly on our own. As a new year comes on, we start thinking of all of the different things we can achieve. Now, I'm not in school at the moment, so I can't stick to my normal promise of trying to keep my office and my desk tidy. Those of you who've been with me for many years know that every January, that's my hope. Every January, I keep on trying because I have to keep on trying so that I can be the best I can be. I've got lots of dreams, things that I hope can happen in school. I hope we all get back together soon. I look forward to some of the fun things we can do at the summertime. But I've also got lots of worries, and I'm sure you've got worries too. We don't know how things are going to be different. We don't know when we'll get back to school. We don't know how hard our learning's going to be online. We don't know if we're going to feel lonely. We don't know how soon we can get out to play. These things are normal. It's a normal part of life. We all have hopes, we all want things to get better, and we've always got worries. If I move my picture out the way there, we can see lots of the different emotions that we might be feeling. We could have hope for better days. We might be feeling worried. We need to trust people that can listen to us, people who can listen to our concerns, people who can listen to our dreams and let us know that it will be okay. There will be days when we're feeling scared and worried, and there'll be people who can listen to us then. But most importantly, as much as we possibly can, we need to try to keep positive. Things will get better. Everything is only ever for a time. I want to share a story with you. I have had to download the story from a teacher website, the PDF of it, because I don't have a copy of the book at home. It's one of my favourite stories and from one of my favourite authors. I learnt about Anthony Brown over 20 years ago when I was training to be a teacher. So this text is called Silly Billy. Billy used to be a bit of a warrior. I think I'm a bit like Billy at times. He used to worry about many things. Billy worried about hats. I prefer to worry about shoes myself. Billy worried about his shoes too. Billy worried about clouds and rain. Billy even worried about giant birds. His dad tried to help. "Don't worry, lad," he said. "None of these things could happen. It's just your imagination." His mum tried too. "Don't worry, love," she said. "We won't let anything hurt you." But still, Billy worried. One night he had to stay with his grandma, but Billy couldn't sleep. He was too worried. He always worried about staying at other people's houses. Billy felt a bit silly, but at last he got up and went to tell his grandma. It's very brave of Billy. When things are worrying us, it's really good to share them with somebody that we trust. "Well, fancy that, love," she said. "You're not silly. When I was your age, I used to worry like that. I've got just the thing for you." She went into her room and came out holding something. "These are worry dolls," she explained. "Just tell each one of them your worries and put them under your pillow. They'll do all the worrying for you whilst you sleep." Great family of worry dolls there. I hope they help Billy. Billy told all his worries to the worry dolls. He slept like a log. That means he had the best sleep ever. The next morning, Billy went home. That night, he again told all of his worries to the dolls. He slept like a stone. The next night, Billy slept well, and the night after that. But the night after that, Billy started to worry. He couldn't stop thinking about the dolls, all of those worries he had given them. They must be so worried. It didn't seem fair. The next day, Billy had an idea. He spent all day working at the kitchen table. It was difficult work, and at first he made lots of mistakes, and he had to start again many times. And we know that that often happens, but perseverance and resilience is really important. Billy carried on, and finally he produced something very special. I wonder if you know what you think Billy produced. Share your ideas with a parent or an adult or anybody in your household. It's coming up. Billy made some worry dolls for the worry dolls. That's so thoughtful of Billy. After that, Billy didn't worry very much at all. There were enough people, enough dolls to listen. His friends didn't worry neither, because Billy made worry dolls for all of them. Now, if you have a look online, you might find how to make your own worry dolls, and you might find worry dolls will be very useful for you. I want you to think way back. A few months ago, we had a special discovery day at school, our Rainbow Discovery Day. And Miss Shaw worked really hard, and in the museum, we got to look at all of the fantastic work that we did, because we learnt the importance of the rainbow. And we did lots of different experiments. You might see this one here, where we did all the different Skittles and made the different colours, because rainbows are our symbol of hope. Now things have changed again, and many of you will be worrying Children will be worrying, adults will be worrying. It's natural to worry. It's okay not to be okay, just like Billy in the story. What's important is that we share our concerns with somebody. We learnt in our Rainbow Discovery Day that rainbows are really special. They're a symbol of hope and they come out after the rain falls. And where each person's standing, we see a totally special and unique rainbow. It's a sign that gives each of us hope. And we know that better days are coming. So, through your worries, just remember to try to be brave, try to be positive, think of the rainbow. Go back and have a research about rainbows. Think about some of the things we learnt on that day, because it will help you feel just that little bit better. At the end of the New Year's celebrations, we had some symbols of hope. We had the bird, the NHS, and we know that we are going to have to hope together. Because if we work together, we can get through this challenging time. We did it before. We had to close school in March, and then it opened again in June, and then it opened again in September. So we will all be back together one day. We just have to be patient and do the right thing. If you didn't see these fireworks, perhaps an adult can help you find them, maybe on the BBC News channel, I think, because that's where I watched mine. So, a little task for you whilst you're at home. Everybody's got worries. Some of the things you might be worried about: when is school going to open? You might be worried about, can you do your work? Will you do your work well enough? You might be worried because you haven't seen your friends. Are your friends okay? Maybe you haven't seen some of your family members. You might be worried. Are they okay? It's natural for you to be missing your friends, your families, your teachers, because we spend so much time together. But just remember, adults are here to help you. You can keep in touch with your teachers at school. If you're in Key Stage 2, you can use Microsoft Teams. If you're at home in reception or nursery or year 1 or year 2, maybe you can send your teachers a message on Tapestry. They'll get back to you as soon as they possibly can. But you can send your teachers a message. They'll be happy to hear from you. At the moment, the government have said it's safer if we all stay at home. So we need to stay at home as much as possible. If we are working and we're out and about, even if we are at home, remember it's important to keep washing our hands. We remember the message of hands, face, space, trying to keep a distance, especially if we need to go out. Try and help us to follow the rules. It's not easy to stay inside, but we all need to work hard to do our best. We've got so good with technology. I'm sure you can send messages to your family. I'm sure you're doing lots of FaceTime, lots of Zoom conversations, keeping in touch with one another. Try and send a little text message. It's good to keep messages with everybody. I like receiving messages because keeping in touch makes us feel that it's a bit more like normality. But remember, even if you are putting on a brave face, you must share your worries. It's okay not to be okay. Better days will come. We just need to work through this stormy patch just a little bit. And if you have got some good news to share, please do that. It will help someone smile. Smiling's infectious. It's better than COVID. It can keep us going. Now, there's lots in the news about COVID again. There's lots in the news about case numbers, and you might be feeling really, really worried. Try to share your worries with the adults, okay? Because we can help you. Your families at home can help you. Better days will come, and I can't guarantee that every day is going to be easy. I can't guarantee that every day is going to be a ray of sunshine. I can't guarantee that school will open soon. But what I will let you know is that together we are a family. We will look after each other and we will do our best. So keep up those good news messages. Keep smiling. Let your friends and families know that you love them and care for them. Try to find a lovely story that you can help. Share it with your class. It might help other people feel a little bit better too. We will be together as soon as it is safe for us to do so. But in the meantime, I need you all to look after yourselves. Take care, look after each other, be as good as you possibly can. I'll speak to you all soon. Happy 2021. It's a new year, it's a bit different, but we will get through this. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.